Football, the beautiful game where tactics evolve faster than fashion trends on a Paris runway. Today, we're diving into the enigma that is Liverpool FC, a club that once soared to dizzying heights but now seems to be caught in a tactical time warp. Are their strategies as outdated as a rotary phone, or is there something more sinister afoot? Let's find out. Liverpool. Remember when they were the kings of the Premier League castle? Now, it seems they've misplaced the map to the top, and the performances are more lost in translation than a coherent football strategy.
Liverpool were at the top of the table not too long ago. Now they just look lost. Not only are the results bad, the performances are even worse. Because fans aren't just frustrated about losing games. They're frustrated about how lifeless the team looks while doing it. Now, some people make the argument that this didn't actually happen overnight. It might feel like it happened really fast, but the problems go back months ago. Even during the good runs earlier in the season, the performances were patchy. I'm talking about both the last part of the 2024-2025 season and early 2025-2026. Because late goals and individual brilliance masked a lot of deeper issues. The team got away with it earlier in the season, but the cracks were already there. Like I said, we can even compare this to the tail end of the season where Liverpool became champions. By March, the team's energy and structure had began to fade. But of course, nobody cared then because they were already the champions. But that loss of identity, that sharpness that made Liverpool Liverpool hasn't come back yet.
And now, the whispers in the stands grow louder. Is it just a bad spell, or are we witnessing a coaching conundrum? It seems the tactical wizardry might need a sprinkle of new magic dust.
And in fact, one of the things that most fans agree on is that Liverpool are going through a coaching issue, not just bad form. This isn't just about the players having an off day, it's about coaching. And that was actually made very clear in the international break. Pretty much every single Liverpool player played amazing for their respective country. So it's clearly not a talent issue or the players being in bad form. It's about coaching, like I said. Liverpool looked like a team that doesn't understand its own system. And for the first time in his Liverpool career, Slot is starting to feel the heat for that. Now, fans are not turning on him yet. I'm talking about the real fans, not the people that pretend to be fans on Twitter. But the patience is wearing thin. I think most normal people are not Slot out. But when you see the same problems for 12 games, you expect the manager to at least fix something.
Yet, a glimmer of hope emerges. Recent matches have shown a spark of life, as if the players remembered they were professional footballers. Could a personnel shake-up be the key to unlocking their potential once more?
You will. The performances have been 100% better in the last few games, individually and collectively. And the change of personnel, certainly in the full-back areas where I think they've probably undervalued how much they would have lost Trent and how important he was. I thought Bradley that come on that's done really well in the last two games, especially in midweek against Real Madrid has been superb. But it definitely looks like a different Liverpool mentality.
It is funny that they went out, they spent all the money, brought players like Kirkes in, but in the last two, Andy Robertson's recall kind of feels like a rebirth for the team.
Yeah, well, back to what they knew, back to what they loved, and brought everyone back together again. And sometimes you just need that reset.
The defence. Once their fortress, now more like a sandcastle at high tide. It's astounding how quickly a solid backline can turn into Swiss cheese without the right tactics.
Liverpool's defense is one of the biggest reasons why they won the Premier League last season. But now they just look vulnerable. You string together a couple of passes, you're automatically attacking the back line.
Defences win titles. And that's why Liverpool's got no chance now of winning this title. How can you possibly win a title when your back four are in so much disarray that you can't defend against anybody?
Set pieces have become a reoccurring problem, something that once again Slot himself has called out.
The few chances we've conceded led to 2 goals. Conceded were again a set piece.
They're conceding too many crosses, which is a worrying sign for a team that once prided itself on defensive discipline. It's not like the players suddenly forgot how to defend, but the system looks shakier. It's genuinely never been easier to attack Liverpool at the heart of their team. Their midfield just gets passed too easily, and there's so many gaps to exploit once you see that back line.
While Liverpool attempts to patch their sinking ship, they'll have a front row seat to the Arsenal and Manchester City show. Perhaps they can take notes and avoid becoming the punchline in a football comedy of errors.
But of course they will have to, while all that is going on, probably have to watch Arsenal and Manchester City battle it out at the top and learn and take their medicine and accept that whatever they did coming into this season, it has not worked. And they'll hope the plan does in the long term, but it's just been too poor. And I thought today really spelled out so many of their issues. And of course, it is worth remembering that Arsenal and City were both awful last season and have bounced back this time around. So it's not forever. It's not problems at Liverpool are going to be terrible forever.
And the table doesn't lie, does it? 8 points behind the leaders, 5 losses in the bag. It's a tough pill to swallow for a team used to tasting victory.
And I think, of course, that means really that you look at where they are in the table, 8 points behind Arsenal already, having lost 5 games in the Premier League. The title race is over for Liverpool at this point. I mean, I saw talk before the game that if Liverpool win, they close it to 5 points. And, maybe that would have been true, because I think a 5-point lead is not an awful lot at this stage of the season. And, of course, if Liverpool had played well here and won, you would have been more convinced about their ability to string together results and consistently perform. But they were miles off it, and now an 8-point gap is, again, it's still early, but I mean, you were talking about a collapse from Arsenal, and I mean a real collapse. You're talking about Manchester City would have to fall away as well now, because they're a little bit ahead of Liverpool as well, and Liverpool would just have to put together a series of performances that they do not look anywhere near capable of doing.
But let's not pretend this is an overnight sensation. The cracks have been showing for a while now, and sweeping them under the Anfield carpet is no longer an option.
Now, some people make the argument that this didn't actually happen overnight. It might feel like it happened really fast, but the problems go back months ago. Even during the good runs earlier in the season, the performances were patchy. I'm talking about both the last part of the 2024-2025 season and early 2025-2026. Because late goals and individual brilliance masked a lot of deeper issues. The team got away with it earlier in the season, but the cracks were already there. Like I said, we can even compare this to the tail end of the season where Liverpool became champions. By March, the team's energy and structure had began to fade. But of course, nobody cared then because they were already the champions. But that loss of identity, that sharpness that made Liverpool Liverpool, hasn't come back yet.
In conclusion, Liverpool's tactical journey resembles a Shakespearean play, filled with drama, intrigue, and the occasional tragic flaw. Will they adapt to the modern game or remain relics in the Museum of Football History? If you enjoyed this tactical rollercoaster, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Join us for more sporting sagas and stay ahead of the game.